Well, it was a heck of a win against a very good opponent, and I just want to tip my hat to USC. They did a nice job, came in here and played hard. I'm really proud of our team. I'm especially happy for our seniors that got a chance to finally win that last one there, or their last one against USC. So that was a hard-fought game, a lot of back and forth. We knew it would be like that. Even when we got up, we knew they wouldn't go away easy. So just really proud of our team and excited.
Questions?
They named the press box pavilion today after our friend Coach Donahue.
Congratulations to him.
Are you waiting for the Rose Bowl? Is that what you're looking for now?
No. Terry Donahue had an unbelievable career. I've known him since I was a little boy. My dad coached with him, and there couldn't be anybody that's more worthy of having the press box. I think it's the Terry Donahue Pavilion. That's awesome, and I think it remind everybody when they come in this place, this is UCLA's home.
Coach, you pretty much dominated the first half, and you're only up by 10 at that point. Any concerns going into the break?
Yeah, that was concerned the entire game, until that last play. Matt Barkley is a great player. They've got great receivers. Lane Kiffin's a terrific play caller, and they're going to score some points. They're going to make some plays. They're going to get some yards. But we were able to come up with some plays when we needed to come up with them, and that was the key today.
Coach, were you surprised that USC went to go here?
Coach, up to the right.
Were you surprised that USC stayed in that zone for as long as they did? Because when Huntley was throwing the ball to 4, it looked like he was wide open on every play.
No, he wasn't wide open. Brett made some good plays. Joe ran some good routes. They did a really nice job of mixing man and zone. As a matter of fact, they came out and started in a lot of man. And then Monty Kiffin, I had the pleasure of working with Monty Kiffin, and he's one of the great defensive minds that's ever coached this game. And he knows how to mix it up, and he had those guys playing hard. Our guys just made some plays. Brett made some throws. We protected well, ran good routes, made some tough catches.
Coach, for what this game represents, what it means to the students, the players, the school, and having not won it for many, many years, what does this one mean to you in the program?
Well, I think it means an awful lot. I think it means an awful lot, number one, to our kids that are in there celebrating right now. You just can feel the emotion. Number two, I think it means a lot to our university and our student body and our alumni. And other than that, it just means that we're 9-2 and we play Stanford next week. So, I know that's my simpleton way of looking at the world.
Hey, Coach. Sheldon and Aaron were talked about a lot this week, both being senior corners going against some really good receivers. Can you talk about a little bit of what they did with Sheldon blocking that kick and Aaron having the interception?
Yeah, well, Matt would, I'm sure, like that first throw back. We were playing a 2-deep zone, and he just kind of tried to stuff it in there, and Hess made the catch. And then, for Sticks at the end to block that thing, it was great. I was really proud of those guys. They're much maligned. We had some more PI calls today. We'll get that fixed. But I'm just happy for all the seniors. I really am. I'm happy for Jonathan. I'm happy for all of them. It's great. It's a great day.
So far, it's been all about putting yourself on the map.
Say that again, TJ.
Putting yourself on the map. Now that word expectations enters the picture.
Give me a break.
Well, that's an animal that is quite different.
It is. It is. But it's a good animal. It's an animal you like to have in your house in a cage.
Jim, over here, you talked about the maturation of Brett Hundley and kind of his coming out today. Just specifically in some of those long downs, third downs where he made just huge plays and extended drives.
Boy, you're right. There were some plays in there where the rush got to him. They've got a really nice pass rush, and going against our young offensive line, they did some good things. But I thought Brett, when he needed to, he hung in there. He kept his eyes down the field, and he made the throws, money throws, hard throws, critical throws at important times in the game. And we're just seeing the beginning of how great Brett Hundley can be. It's going to take a lot of work, but he's a young man that's willing to work. He's got great coaching. His teammates love him. He's a tremendous leader. And I think that, 11 games into his career right now, and I think that we're just going to see tremendous things out of this kid.
Jim, to your left here. First of all, congratulations. How can you explain what this rivalry is to be in it versus when you were seeing it on TV? Was there a moment when you're got caught up in the emotion or wow, this is it. And in particular, UCLA has lost 12 of 13, and to win that.
Well, I understand what this rivalry is all about. I was on the field in the Coliseum, and what year was that? 74 or 73, and I was just turned 13. My mom went to USC. My dad, his master's there. All my cousins went. I understand what this whole thing's about, but just one game. Until we can string something together, and do it over and over again, then it has significance to me. This don't get me wrong. This has significance, but I mean real significance.
Jim, if somebody had told you before the season that you guys would be 9-2 at this point and beating USC, you would have said?
I don't think that way. I would have said great. Just my experiences in coaching have taught me that the best way to approach it is one game at a time. And I know that's a tired old coach's cliche. I know that. You're all going to write that tomorrow. Coach speak. But in order to survive in this business, that's how you have to do it. You have to take it 1 week at a time. You have to put all your energy into that week, and then you have to move on. You don't think long term. You just don't. If you do, you end up in a psych ward. So I don't want to go there.
And is the monopoly in LA over?
I don't know.
Jim, what did it mean for the defense, knowing what they were going to have to go against today, to come out and make that play right at the start with Husker?
Chris, I think that was huge. When you kick off to a team like USC on that first drive, you're hopeful that you can get a 3 and out at least. You're hopeful they don't take the ball and run it right down your throat and just ruin, all that emotion you came out of the tunnel with. But to be able to get an interception and then convert it into points, that's big. It gives them confidence. It gives them a boost. It gives them confidence in the plan. It gives them confidence in themselves. It makes them believe that they can play with these guys. And it was a big play, but you got to keep backing it up with more plays. And we were able to do that today.
Coach, when they had scored in the fourth quarter to cut it to a 3-point game, a lot of coaches maybe would have ran the ball. You guys came out throwing. Was that a mindset? Let's grab this momentum back?
Well, that's just how we play football. What we do best is tempo. Get up on the ball and go. And we're not going to change. It was working for us. That's just our philosophy. Now we were conserving time, or we were trying to waste time. We were trying to waste time, but we weren't going to go into a shell. That's not the way you do it. That's not how you win games like this. So that's a great credit to Noel. Noel he just keeps slinging it. It's awesome.
Do you think there was any particular turning point today?
No, I think it was just a heck of a game by both sides. Two really good teams that fought hard all day, and we were fortunate to come out with the win. But I don't know that there's a turning point. There's so many plays in a game that are so important. I hate that it just won.
What was the message at halftime? Because it seemed like that USC pretty much stole some momentum, momentum back, scored a touchdown, cut the lead.
I would agree with that. The message at halftime was the same as the message has always been, is that we got to play one play at a time. We just got to keep grinding. Once you play a play, put it in the rearview mirror and go to the next one. And we didn't really change our philosophy at all. There was no big rah-rah pep talk. Nobody was second-guessing anything we were doing. We just have a belief that if we trust each other and we trust the plan, we go out and execute, that good things will happen, and they did.
What was it like celebrating this one with these college kids as opposed to celebrating some of these NFL?
It was great. It was awesome. I didn't want to come in here. They're in there doing like a dance off. You don't see that in the NFL locker room. For these seniors, just the emotion and to feel that emotion coming off of them. This is a big day for them. Obviously, it's one they'll remember forever. And to be a part of that with them is really special to me. It's a great feeling. I'm so happy for those guys.
But it seems like all year you've kind of built and then kept that one game at a time. Does it become incrementally harder with each bigger win that you get, this one being the biggest?
You know what, Sam? It doesn't seem to with our guys. I think that's a real credit to the leadership of our team. I'm talking about the players here. They've just adopted the same philosophy that we presented to them. They really have. They They take it one day at a time, one game at a time. And it hasn't seemed any harder. You know, it hasn't. We're going to have to get over this one quick, though. Okay, we got 24 hours, and then we got to get on to Stanford. And we talked about that already, but I certainly want them to enjoy it.
I know you don't want to touch the monopoly line, but if you've been in the city as long as you have now, and around football, you know that USC has had a tremendous run.
Yes.
So there's extra emphasis here because of what happened in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you deal with that?
I don't know yet, TJ. I think what I'll do is I'll just follow my routine. You know, are you talking big picture? Or are you talking immediate?
Well, first of all, this isn't routine. Well, okay, when you win.
Well, it is for me.
No, true. You're 1-0.
I'm 1-0.
Okay. I can already see the T-shirts coming out.
Just trying to envision your headline tomorrow.
I don't write the headlines, but I certainly do the columns. But there's significance to it because of who USC has been.
Sure.
And what you're trying to accomplish
Sure,
here.
absolutely.
So I understand the coach speak because you do that very well. But try and break out of it just for a second in those emotions that are sitting there, obviously, and you're just not sharing them.
I guess I don't understand your question. Give it to me one more time, because you're so eloquent.
Well, you got your players dancing in there.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And this is a game that everybody points to in the city for so long. And you come out, you put it to them and right off the start in the first half, and then when you have to get tough, you get tough. So that it must mean something to you to pull this off. I mean, 25 years in the NFL, I'm sure you thought you could be the great college coach, but this is kind of a big moment.
It's a great moment, and like I said, I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't wait to go hug my mom, and shake my dad's hand, and kiss my kids, and go back in there and be with the fellas. But I don't know what to tell you. I'm not crying. I don't have goosebumps. The hair's not standing up in the back of my head right now. It was. I mean, when I stood out there in front of the locker room and greeted all those young men and saw the emotion that they were sharing, it's very special. Yeah, I don't want to minimize it at all. I mean, it's a very special day. I'm excited as can be, but I also believe that as the head football coach, it's important to keep an even keel as much as possible.
You know how even keel kills a column? You understand that?
Sorry about that.
I'm sure you're bothered by that. But
I am really bothered, especially since it's your column.
Thank you very much.
Last question, please.
Jim, do you have a preliminary on Damian Thigpen?
No. No.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, everyone.